Mr. Koskinen, I'd like to read you a quote from Mr. George, which said, quote, "It continues to identify, TIGTA does, significant security weaknesses that could affect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of financial and sensitive taxpayer information." Now, we have no choice. I don't. I've got my LifeLock, but I've got to send it in anyway, to send in all our personal information to the IRS, even though we don't know that you're not doing enough to secure that data, as we've heard here today. Can you right now assure the American taxpayers, our hardworking taxpayers, are going to be working over the weekend, because it's not due till Monday this year, so they're going to be turning it in on Monday, that the IRS information, that their data is 100% secure?
I don't think there's any financial institution of any size in the world that can give you a 100% guarantee. As noted, the organized criminals we're dealing with are increasingly sophisticated and well-funded, but I can tell you it is the highest priority for us. I can tell you that, knocking on wood thus far, our basic database, notwithstanding the over 1 million attacks a day, continues to remain secure. We have not had a data breach into the database, but we do not think that that necessarily means we can stop. In fact, we're using $95 million of the additional funding that Congress gave us on cybersecurity to deal with, in fact, the issues that you've heard about, that is continuous monitoring, being able to, in fact, segment our systems to protect them. So all I can tell you is we're doing everything we can. At this point, the basic database has been secure. We hope it will be secure, but as I say, I can't give you a 100% guarantee it'll always be secure.
Now, my understanding, and actually the speaker was interested in this hearing, because as he's been interested in what's going on with the IRS, and he had asked about the IRS cybersecurity staff has been cut as the budget increased. Why did the agency cut its cybersecurity staff when they received additional resources?
That's an incorrect statement. The cybersecurity all of our staff, we're down 15,000 people. We'll be down 17,000 people over the last 5 years because of budget cuts. The cybersecurity staff, the IT staff, in fact, has gone up somewhat. Our budget for IT has gone down $200 million over the last 5 years. We are using the $95 million of the $290 million, as I said, for cybersecurity, and we're hiring 55 additional new people in information technology to deal with cybersecurity. So there has been no significant cut in cybersecurity compared to anything else. We have far more people lost in revenue agents, officers, and criminal investigators. So I would stress, when we've been given the money, and I think this year will establish it, we've put it to work effectively and efficiently. They're taxpayer dollars that they deserve to be spent wisely.
Okay, and now, and who is the person who is in charge of cybersecurity at the IRS?
The person in charge of cybersecurity left a few weeks ago. He was one of the people on streamlined critical pay, and without the reauthorization, we're trying to fill that spot. All of it reports to our chief technology officer, also who will be leaving because of the expiration of streamlined critical pay. It is important for everyone to understand we have.
So right now, let me just get, right now, the person who's in charge of cybersecurity is leaving, and the person he has left.
Person he reports.
And the person who he's reporting to, the CTO, also, so the cybersecurity leadership has left the building?
We have, we have people replacing them internally, but what we need, as Congressman Lipinski said, is Congress needs to give us the reauthorization to allow us to hire the highest skilled, capable IT security experts we can. We struggle otherwise. We find good people in the private sector and say, if you'll sit there for 3 to 6 months while we work you through the process and fill out the applications, we'll be able to hire you. And these people are in great demand. Our people are in great demand. The people who are leaving are being recruited by the best companies in the world.
Well, certainly you've been aware of the problems here in cybersecurity, given all the recent breaches. So when this is, you don't have these people now, but what kind of planning have been going into this so that you'd have that kind of talent pool when this expired, when you lost the people?
We have succession plans. We have replaced the director of cybersecurity on an acting basis, but that's one of the reasons that the most critical request we have of Congress is to give us the additional support we need to bring people of the highest skills into the agency.
Okay, now, have you talked with other agencies about how they're dealing with cybersecurity? And
we talk with them all the time. We work closely with the Department of Homeland Security, the Justice Department, the FBI, others.
And how often do you personally have the meetings with these cybersecurity leaders within the agency?
I've met with the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, and I've
No, I mean with these people who just left, what type of meetings did you have sort of to emphasize that this was, you say, is a top priority? So if it's a top priority and we have the two people who are leaving, I'm just wondering how often you were like, okay, you guys are leaving, who do we have to replace, and what are we doing for the succession plan?
I meet with the Chief Technology Officer probably every 2 weeks. I have a regular monthly meeting with him for over an hour to review all of the matters of information technology. He participates in all of our senior executive meetings.
Okay. Okay, I see my time has expired. Now I'll recognize Mr. Lipinski for 5 minutes.